Hello everyone, I'm Diane. Welcome to my channel Beyond the Sewing Room. So today a little catch up, what I've been doing, what I plan on making. Now I did say in my previous video that I was going to make this dress. Now it's McCall's 8104. Couldn't remember which one it was then. I have made it, but I'm going to have to save it for another video. The reason being, I need to post this one. I need to post about it and write a little write-up for it. And I need to do that elsewhere before I can share it here. So I'm going to hopefully be wearing that later, although it is raining at the moment. We're going out for a meal and I've taken a few photographs, but I need to take a few more. So I'm going to take the photographs of that being worn, and then hopefully I will share it in the next video. Well, I definitely will share it in the next video, but for today I'm going to be telling you about a cardigan make that I plan on making. So that's that, more on that later. Now, I have made a sweatshirt with a hood in this fabric before, and I have quite a sizable piece left, so I'll show it you. It's this. It's got a sort of dandelion seed, is that what we would call it, floating around on it. It's really pretty, and it's this lovely pale aqua blue. It's got a fleecy back, lovely soft fleecy back, and a bit of a gold glitter. Can you see that? I don't know if that's showing up on the camera. So it's a really nice fabric. Now the sweatshirt that I've got in it is really oversized, and it was the Tilly and the Buttons sweatshirt, hooded sweatshirt that I made, and it's got a drawstring. I do tend to wear this one because it's big and oversized. I tend to wear it in the evening, sort of with pyjamas and things, for lounging about in. This one, I want it to be more of a daytime make. So, as I said, I have got quite a sizable piece, and what I'm thinking is Marlo. Now, the only thing that I think bothers me, and I love this cardigan, but what bothers me with it is I've got quite a few fitted coats. So when it's autumn winter and it's coming into coat season, because this has sort of got sort of the drop sleeve, so under your arm it hangs about here like this t-shirt does that I'm wearing today. This is the Augustina, by the way, the free pattern that I shared a while ago. And because it does this, when you wear a fitted coat, you've got that bulk there, if you're wearing like a sweatshirt that's bulky, that sort of groups up under your arm. Now that's great if you're wearing it indoors, but then if you want to keep it on and go out, I do find you do get that problem of it feeling quite bulky under your arms if you're wearing a fitted coat. Now my coats are quite fitted, they're not big baggy coats. If you're wearing a big baggy coat or a cocoon style coat, I don't think that's really an issue. But with my particular coats, it is. I know, I'm waffling. But what I had thought was, if I do make this, what I could do is just alter the sleeve shape slightly at the top there, so that it doesn't maybe drop quite as much under the arm, and also so that it's more fitted to my arm and then shaped in rather than hanging the way it does. I mean, I suppose this would alter the look of the cardigan a little bit, but if it's going to make it more wearable when I'm out and about, then that would be better for me. Now I haven't got buttons to go with this. I have got some sort of turquoise green buttons, but they're odd ones. So I think what I'll do is I'll make it up and then decide on a button after. I only need sort of 2 or 3 for this short cardigan. The other thing I'm going to say is that when I made it last time and I made the crop version, it is very crop. I'm going to show you the one I've made before in the short version. I've also made the longer version. And I'll show you what I mean with these jeans that I'm wearing today. So what I think I'll do is, as well as altering the sleeve shape a little bit, I think I will add a little to the crop length. So I still want it short, but not quite as short as it is. So I'm going to pop it on. So this is the one I made previously. So you may have seen this with the woodland animals on. I really like it, and I did a sort of how to make it using less fabric sort of video for this. And I cut out the band and the bottom bands slightly differently just to get it out of this small amount of fabric that I had. But I did do it the right length. But as I said, it is quite cropped. So I'm going to pop it on and show you what I mean. So here, these jeans are sort of a boyfriend fit, so they do hang low anyway. But if I button up this cardi, as you can see, it does sit just above, like this, just above the button band. So that's great if you're wearing high-rise jeans, but if you're wearing sort of the low-rise ones, you tend to get this bit of a gap of your top showing in between. So that's why I'm thinking of adding a little. So not a lot, just maybe a couple of inch to the crop version, and then that will be just right. And even if I'm wearing the lower rise jeans, it will still sit below the sort of waistband, button band on them. And I just think that'll make it better for me. So let me know what you think of that. I think that would be a good way of using up this last piece of fabric. I'm trying to work through pieces that I do like and I have had a while that are left over from other projects to get them out of the way and get them in use, get them in circulation. I've cut out my pieces and this is really satisfying because I've only got these little scraps here left and this piece. But what I did have to do, this bit here, for the band that goes around the front, down the front of the cardigan with the buttons and the buttonholes in. Look, I've had to fold it because otherwise I wouldn't have had enough fabric for that long piece. So that's going to be narrower, but the rest of it I've got out of that bit of leftover fabric, and I still managed to make the cardigan, the cropped one, a little longer, which is what I said. I have made the sleeves slightly narrower. So yeah, state of my floor at the moment, just bits of fabric everywhere, but yes, just a small pile of scraps. So I'm really pleased with that. So I finished my cardigan. So I've been having a debate today whether I like it or not, and I think it's mainly the colour. So this particular colour, I do love the shade, is not something I wear a lot of, and I did have a dress that I made in this and I think I've only worn it once, and it's in this cupboard in here. It's been folded up and put to one side, and I think it is just basically the shade of it. And I wear the hoodie a lot because I just mainly wear it for lounging around and watching the TV at night, sometimes in the winter, but it's not one that I wear outside the house very often. I think it's because it's not a warm shade. I do like this shade in a deeper sort of edging towards a teal colour, or a deeper shade of this. So maybe that's what I'm not liking so much about it. I've put a dark top under it, so I've got a navy top under it, and I think that's better because that's deepened the whole look up. So I'll only be able to wear it with certain things, I think, and also because it's got this print in it. But it was a piece of fabric that was lying around, left over, and I've now used it up, so that's a good thing. And it is super warm. I'm going to have to take it off in a moment actually and put my blouse back on that I was wearing because it is really warm, which is what I wanted, more warm things. So I will be making more Marlo sweatshirts, but I need to make them in plain colours and decide which colours I actually need before I order the fabric. That's something I need to think about. I'm just going to slip it off because I am roasting. So yes, I finished this one this morning. I had my breakfast, did a little bit, and then went and did the food shop for the week. And it really doesn't take long at all. So if you want a really quick sweater, then go for this one, the Marlo. And it's by Tue Bias. You can have it longer or shorter. I've put these buttons on for now. I'll show you them a bit closer up just because they're what I had, but I didn't have any that I bought particularly for this sweatshirt, but I may leave them on, they're okay. I've done this on a few different things, just used odd ones of a similar shade. So you can see they're all different. I've done that on a couple of vintage blouses that I made that had buttons down the back. I just used different buttons and it looks like a bit of a feature. So they're more or less the same colour, just ever so slightly different in shade, and they're a different style of button. But you do get that on some clothes, don't you? The odd button look. So I kept it all the same apart from I added to the crop version 2 inches, because on my last one that I made, the white one, I did say it just hit above my crop jeans and I wanted it just that little bit longer. So that's what I did. And also, as I showed in the previous clip, this band that goes around the neck and down the front, didn't quite have enough, so I just sort of made that quite a bit narrower, but I feel it works. So that's another warm sweater for the autumn winter, and there will be more to come, I'm sure. So this one that I'm wearing today is the Davenport dress made as a blouse. It's a cacti. The cacti, but actually with the orange in it, they look like pumpkins, don't they? But it feels very autumnal, this blouse, and I think these are more my sort of colours than the cooler ones. So I think I need to maybe get some more sort of sweaters to go with this kind of thing in this kind of shade. So I'll have a think. I need to go through really and with a notebook and just sort of write down what I'm missing. Maybe you think that you need to do the same. Please let me know in the comments if you just get on a roll of making things without ever thinking about what they go with. I am using up bits, so I do find a lot of the time it is purely for that reason. It's not because I've gone out and bought fabric, it's because I've got bits left from what I've made for work or projects for other people, and then there's these little bits left and I feel like I've got to make something. So that's why I end up with all these odd things. Need to have a plan. So that's all from me for today. I will be back in the next video with some images of the black dress that I mentioned at the start. So tune back for that. But thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and comment. I do love to read your comments. That's all for now. Bye.